In the 23/24 season, Chelsea started off at 12th and being called mid-table Mandems to being 6th, but this season I see Chelsea at 5th. Why? Well, it's due to these 3 points because of the players, the transfers, and the formation. So first up, we have Chelsea's players. Now, if you look at our front three, most people won't think that it's strong, but in reality, that's not true. First, let's look at Jadon Sancho, our most recent transfer. This guy is seriously a solid player. I mean, when he joined Man United, they in fact were in a very high position at the table. And for Man U at that time to be accepting him means that he was quite something of a player. And there's no doubt that he's going to improve even more at Chelsea, just like Jackson has. And of course, that leads me on to Nicholas Jackson. To be fair, he has been underrated quite a lot, as Jackson is not a bad player. People only remember him for his misses, but not the amount of goals that he's scored, which is actually a decent amount if you look at it. And considering that he started at Casa Sports in Nigeria and then moving to Villarreal and Chelsea, this guy has improved a lot. And if he keeps on improving at this rate, he's going to for sure be a great player for Chelsea. That leads me on to our winger, which is Noni Madueke. I think Noni Madueke is a developing player, but he's probably the weakest of our front three. But, as we can see, there is development in his hat-trick against Wolves. I seriously do believe that he could become a much better player for Chelsea by the end or even by the middle of the season. Now onto our midfield and our defence, but to be honest, our midfield and defence isn't that good at all. If you think about it, the only real standout players in midfield is Cole Palmer and perhaps Enzo Fernandez, and in defence only really Reece James. But that's where our tactics really save us. Right here is Chelsea's formation, and we are currently playing a 4-2-3-1 formation. This really saves our midfield because both of our wingers, Jadon Sancho and Noni Madueke, are actually midfielders. So then we've got loads of numbers in the midfield to help us out because our midfield is pretty poor. And in defence, as we can see, Caicedo and Lavia, or whichever of the two CDMs are playing, they can help us at the back by dropping back into the defence, fitting it into the pockets and creating a 5 back. Now most of the time, teams will have 3 or 4 at the front, so a 5v4 is a pretty strong formation to try and gain an advantage over the attacking team. Finally, we have Chelsea's transfers, and to be honest, in the 23/24 season, Chelsea did not have many good transfers at all. We were trying to seek these superstars from all of these strange leagues, just like Nicholas Jackson from his team in Nigeria, and then Conor Gallagher, Cucurella, and Caicedo and Lavia and Petrovic and all of those people, but it didn't seem to be that good. There was only one problem. These players were not coming from the Premier League. But this season, we can see a difference. We have had our first few Premier League signings like Pedro Neto and Jadon Sancho, and João Felix has came back. This shows that now that Chelsea's proven themselves to be good, we can transfer much better people because they're willing to join Chelsea, which is a much stronger team now. Which means that in the future and in the next transfer window, Chelsea could even perhaps gain even more Premier League players, as it's like a positive cycle. And that's why I think that Chelsea's future looks promising. Thanks for watching.